and on behalf of Devon Funds Management, I would like to welcome you to our video series. We will be hearing from our portfolio managers as they introduce you to the funds that they manage. Today, I'm joined by Bernard Doyle, who is the advisor to the Global Themes Fund. Welcome, Bernie.
Hi, Chantal.
Firstly, could you please tell us a little bit about your role at JB Ware New Zealand?
Sure. I've been at JB Ware since 1996, a number of roles over the years, but now as Head of Investment Strategy. As part of that, we run the Global Themes Strategy, which we've run in the firm since 2006. And obviously with Devon creating a pie around the strategy last year, they have appointed JB Ware and myself as advisor to the pie.
Can you explain a bit about the Global Themes Strategy and where you invest the money?
Sure. The Global Themes Strategy targets two things, either ideas that have fallen out of favour with investors and present us with very good value, or high quality ideas that we're prepared to pay a premium for. Either way, we're looking for a 2 to 5 year investment time frame, and we're looking for ideas that either have a strong macro content or are a really nice long-term structural theme. The fund invests in exchange traded funds, which are very liquid instruments traded on all the major exchanges around the world, and the fund is heavily diversified, underlying our strategies usually around 2,000 to 2,500 companies.
So how do you go about deciding what the most suitable investment options are for the fund, and how are these decisions implemented?
So we start with building a worldview, and encapsulates economic forecasts and also investment themes, longer term investment themes. Again, we're focusing on a 2 to 5 year time frame. Investment themes could encapsulate things like ageing population, disruptive technologies, the rise of emerging markets. Out of that worldview we see opportunities, and really from there we're assessing those opportunities for valuation, we're stress testing them, and we're going through a process of refining into a portfolio. The final stage is investment committee, where as advisor I propose ideas to the investment committee, and they are finally assessed for inclusion in the portfolio.
So how do you manage currency within the fund?
Currency is a really important, almost an investment theme in itself in the fund. The fund is benchmarked 50% hedged to New Zealand dollars, but we will manage that. We will be hedged below 50% when we think the New Zealand dollar is overvalued, and we'll lift the hedging when we think New Zealand dollar is undervalued. We also look at the currencies that we're investing in around the world as well, and have a valuation view on those as well. So bringing that all together, we want to make sure, almost like the investments we're in, we want to make sure the currencies we're in are presenting us with good value opportunities.
So what will the returns be from the fund?
So the fund is highly diversified, always has around 2,000 to 3,000 stocks in the portfolio, and therefore we will always be within the vicinity of how global equities are doing. Over the medium term, we are trying to beat the performance of a passive basket of global equities by around about 2 to 3% per annum.
So how volatile is the fund likely to be?
The fund will be about as volatile as global equities, because we are very much made up of underlying companies in the global equity markets. So investors that are considering investments into the fund need to think on those terms, and that is the swings and roundabouts of global markets will very much flow through to the performance of the fund year in, year out.
Lastly, why should someone invest in the Global Themes Fund?
The fund provides a diversified exposure to global equity markets, and we're really seeking out exceptional ideas and themes. A lot of these investments won't be available on the New Zealand or Australian stock exchanges, so there's an added element of diversification there. And a really important thing with the fund is we're very careful about how we manage our currency exposures, both with respect to New Zealand and also the global currencies we invest in.
Thanks for joining us, Bernie. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
For more information regarding the Global Themes Fund or any of the other Devon funds, please continue on to our Summary of Funds page by clicking on the below link. Thanks for your time.